Have you ever had an itch that just wouldn't go away and you wondered, is my body trying to tell me something? You're not alone. For many older adults, that persistent itch isn't just dry skin. It could be your body whispering an urgent message. In the stillness of Buddhist meditation, we learn to listen deeply, not just to the breath or the world around us, but to our own bodies. And sometimes the body doesn't speak in words. It speaks through discomfort, tension, and yes, even itchiness. Today, we're going to look at 4 specific places on your body where chronic itchiness after age 60 might not be a coincidence. These locations could be red flags, hinting at deeper health issues that are often overlooked, but potentially life-threatening. What's even more alarming is that many people dismiss these itches as trivial, missing an opportunity to catch serious problems early. As a longtime wellness researcher with deep roots in Buddhist philosophy, I want to invite you to view this not with fear, but with mindful awareness. Because when it comes to our health, knowledge is not just power, it's peace. So why are these itches so important? Because they may be the earliest signs of something brewing beneath the surface. Liver trouble, kidney stress, nerve inflammation, or even certain types of cancer. They might seem small, an occasional scratch on your back, a tingling sensation on your arms, but your body is wise. It's always communicating if we only learn to listen. Stick with us till the end. We'll not only explain these itchy warning signs, but we'll also share real-life examples, emotional insights, and practical advice to help you respond with clarity and compassion. And remember, just like in mindfulness practice, healing starts with awareness. If you're ready, let's begin. Part 1, itchy lower legs. A circulation red flag. There's something subtly alarming yet often dismissed about itchy lower legs in older adults. At first glance, it may seem like a mere skin irritation, dryness perhaps, or a mild allergic reaction. But dig deeper, and this seemingly minor symptom can reveal a more serious underlying issue: compromised blood circulation. The body has its ways of speaking softly before it screams, and the lower legs often whisper a warning long before disaster strikes. Peripheral Artery Disease, PAD, in older adults. One of the leading medical concerns behind itchy lower legs is peripheral artery disease, PA, a condition where the arteries that supply blood to the limbs become narrowed due to plaque buildup. This restricts blood flow, particularly to the legs and feet. In seniors, PAD often develops silently over years and presents subtly with symptoms like intermittent leg pain during walking, numbness, cold feet, and yes, persistent itchiness. Why itching? When circulation is reduced, skin health deteriorates. The skin on the lower legs becomes dry, fragile, and poorly nourished, leading to irritation and an incessant urge to scratch. But scratching only worsens the damage, increasing the risk of ulcers and infection. PAD is not just a localized problem. It reflects the systemic deterioration of the vascular system and increases the risk of heart attack and stroke. So while itchy legs may seem like a minor nuisance, they can actually be a red flag for deeper cardiovascular distress. In Buddhism, the legs are symbolic of our ability to move forward in life, both literally and spiritually. They support our journey, ground us to the earth, and allow for the sacred act of mindful walking, a central practice in cultivating awareness and presence. When the legs suffer, when they itch, swell, or grow weak, it may reflect more than just a physical condition. It may represent an energetic stagnation, a block in life force or motivation. Perhaps it's the body expressing what the heart won't say out loud: I no longer know where I'm going, or I've stopped moving forward. In Buddhist terms, such stagnation can arise from clinging to the past, resisting change, or losing touch with mindful purpose. So, when the lower legs itch, it may be a call not only for physical attention, but also for inner reflection. What am I avoiding? Where have I stopped growing? For many older adults, the legs become the first reminder that strength is slipping away. Climbing stairs becomes harder, standing for long periods leads to pain, and now, itching. It's a silent grief, this loss of freedom. Not loud or dramatic, but persistent, a whisper of the body's limitations. This grief isn't just physical, it can echo emotionally, feelings of uselessness, frustration, or fear. The legs, once taken for granted, now demand attention. But within this vulnerability lies a hidden gift: the opportunity to listen, to slow down, and to care deeply for a body that has carried us so far. Fortunately, itchy legs due to poor circulation can often be managed or even reversed with consistent care. Here are a few foundational practices. Daily walking routines. Aim for at least 20 to 30 minutes a day. Walking stimulates blood flow, supports heart health, and encourages gentle mindfulness. Leg elevation and hydration. Elevating the legs for 15 minutes a few times a day reduces pressure and swelling. Combine this with proper hydration to maintain blood viscosity. Compression socks. These can help improve blood return to the heart and reduce the pooling of blood in the lower extremities. Reduce salt intake. Excess salt leads to water retention and increased blood pressure, both of which stress the circulatory system. These are not just health tips, they're acts of self-compassion. By caring for the legs, we honor the journey they've taken on our behalf. In Buddhist walking meditation, each step is taken with deliberate awareness, lifting, moving, placing. This practice isn't just about walking, it's about returning to the body, breath, and present moment. When your legs itch or ache, instead of reacting mindlessly, pause. Feel the sensation. Investigate gently. Ask, what is my body trying to tell me? Awareness of the legs can become a gateway to spiritual awakening, a humble, grounded way to return to now. It teaches patience. It teaches gratitude. It teaches us that even in aging, even in discomfort, the body remains a teacher. So the next time your lower legs itch, don't just reach for the lotion. Reach for awareness. Listen deeply, walk slowly, and thank your legs for every step they've carried you through life's path. Part 2, upper back itch, liver and kidney stress. You may think of an itchy upper back as just a surface-level annoyance, a bit of dryness, maybe heat rash, or simply aging skin. But in many seniors, persistent itchiness between the shoulder blades is not a trivial issue. It can be your body's subtle language warning you that deeper systems are under stress. The skin is our largest organ, and one of its most crucial roles is detoxification. When the liver and kidneys, the primary detox organs, are overwhelmed or impaired, toxins begin to circulate in the blood instead of being efficiently filtered and removed. This toxic buildup often surfaces in the form of skin problems, rashes, discoloration, and most subtly, unexplained itching. The upper back is a common site of this symptom because it is rich in nerve endings and capillaries close to the skin's surface. When toxins accumulate, they can irritate these nerve endings, sending those familiar scratch me signals. For elderly individuals with reduced liver and kidney function due to aging, medications, or poor hydration, this is a common but often ignored early red flag. In a quiet monastery nestled in the hills of Tibet, a young monk was entrusted with a simple task: fill the abbot's tea bowl. Eager to please, the boy poured tea steadily into the delicate ceramic bowl. But he didn't stop. The tea reached the brim, then spilled over, dripping onto the floor. The abbot, calm and unbothered, said, "You see, my child, a bowl that is already full cannot receive more, only overflow. So it is with our bodies. When the toxins overflow, they leak out, not from the mouth or the eyes, but from the skin, the nails, the breath. This is nature's whisper before the shout." This teaching aligns with what modern medicine now understands. When detox organs are too burdened, the body finds alternate paths. The skin becomes a warning flag. Itching may not be the disease. It's the signal that disease may soon come. Why do we ignore small signs like itching? For many older adults, there's a quiet but real fear of medical confirmation. It's easier to believe it's just dryness than to face the possibility that something internal may be wrong. That fear is human. It stems from years of associating diagnoses with decline, with loss of independence, with invasive treatments. But Buddhist wisdom offers another path, the way of peaceful awareness. Awareness does not mean panic, it means presence. When we look at our body with clear eyes and curiosity, not judgment or dread, we open the door to healing rather than delay. There is profound peace in simply knowing. If your upper back itches consistently and no creams or ointments are helping, it's time to dig deeper. Not out of fear, but out of wisdom. Get blood tests. Request liver function tests, ALT, AST/LP, and kidney markers, creatinine, EGFR, BUN. These are simple and often covered by insurance. Review medications. Many medications, especially painkillers, blood pressure drugs, and statins, can burden the liver and kidneys over time. Talk to your doctor about safer alternatives or dosage adjustments. Hydrate deeply. Aim for 6 to 8 glasses of water daily, and consider adding herbal detox teas like dandelion root or nettle to your routine. Detox with food. Increase intake of liver-supporting foods like beetroot, garlic, turmeric, and leafy greens. For kidneys, reduce sodium and processed foods. Improve sleep. Nighttime is when the liver and kidneys regenerate most. A cool, dark room, magnesium before bed, or guided sleep meditations can help you rest and restore. A simple 10-minute practice you can do each morning. Sit quietly. Breathe deeply. Visualize a clear, gentle river flowing through your body, from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. With each breath, imagine this river washing away impurities, tensions, and toxins. Repeat the mantra, I release what no longer serves me. My body is clear, my mind is calm. This is more than imagination. It's a spiritual invitation to the body to let go. An itchy back is not always a skin problem. Sometimes it's a whisper from within. Let your body speak. Let your awareness listen, and let your wisdom act, not in fear, but in compassion for the temple that carries you through life. Part 3, Scalp and Neck Itching. Stress and nerve overload. There's a kind of itch that doesn't come from a rash, an allergy, or an insect bite. It rises from deep within the nervous system, a tingling, crawling sensation on the scalp and neck that intensifies during moments of anxiety, emotional overload, or silent despair. For many seniors, especially those over 60, this mysterious itch isn't just physical. It's a whisper from the body signaling stress, overstimulation, and spiritual unrest. Science tells us that chronic stress activates the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal HPA axis, which releases cortisol, the body's primary stress hormone. While cortisol is essential for survival in short bursts, prolonged elevation leads to systemic inflammation, especially in the nervous system. This neuroinflammation often manifests subtly: burning sensations, tension in the neck, tightness in the scalp, and eventually that persistent itch that defies scratching. For older adults, the aging nervous system becomes more vulnerable to these responses. The nerves around the neck and scalp are sensitive and densely connected to our emotional brain, the limbic system. Over time, unprocessed emotions like grief, fear, loneliness, or regret can overload this circuit, leading to itching, tingling, or crawling sensations, known medically as formication. But what if the root cause isn't just physical? In Buddhist teachings, we often speak of the monkey mind, a restless, agitated mind that jumps from thought to thought, rarely pausing for peace. It is the voice inside your head that relives past mistakes, anticipates future pain, and rarely sits still in the present. This mental agitation doesn't just stay in the mind, it manifests in the body. According to Buddhist psychology, the head and neck are often symbolic of ego, control, and identity. When one carries unresolved emotional weight, fear of aging, regrets about the past, or the grief of lost relationships, it tends to collect in the neck and scalp as tension, tightness, and eventually this strange, unscratchable itch. The more we resist it, the stronger it becomes. The path, then, is not to scratch, but to listen. This part of the body, your scalp, your neck, is where people often feel the weight of unspoken emotions. It's where we hold our worries about being forgotten, our regrets about what we didn't say, and our fears of the future. The body speaks when the mind is too afraid to listen. Older adults often suffer in silence. Not wanting to burden their children or feeling ashamed of needing help, many internalize their emotions. This internalization turns into physiological stress, raising cortisol, igniting neuroinflammation, and triggering sensations that are difficult to describe, let alone treat. The cure isn't always in a pill or a cream. Sometimes it's in a conversation, a walk, a gentle hand on the shoulder, or simply being asked, "How are you really feeling today?" Solutions: practices for soothing the itch from within. 1. Breathing exercises. Deep diaphragmatic breathing calms the nervous system, reduces cortisol, and increases parasympathetic tone, the body's natural relaxation state. Just 5 minutes of 4-7-8 breathing or box breathing, inhale 4, hold 4, exhale 4, hold 4, can soothe the itch without ever touching the skin. 2. Digital detox and daily journaling. Constant news consumption and social media overstimulate the brain, leading to chronic mental agitation. Taking just 1 hour each day free from screens, especially in the morning or before bed, gives the mind space to settle. Daily journaling helps externalize emotions and clears the mental clutter that keeps the mind jumping. 3. Emotional check-ins with loved ones. A regular habit of checking in with a loved one, even for 10 minutes a day, can bring profound relief. Not every call needs to be deep. Sometimes a shared laugh or memory does more for your nervous system than any medication. 4. Dharma connection, releasing mental tension through awareness. In meditation, we don't try to fix the itch, we observe it. By bringing non-judgmental awareness to the sensations in the scalp and neck, we begin to understand their impermanence. As Thich Nhat Hanh once said, feelings come and go like clouds in a windy sky. Conscious breathing is my anchor. Practicing mindfulness and metta, loving kindness, toward one's own body can transform suffering into understanding. Over time, the itch becomes less of an enemy and more of a teacher. Scalp and neck itching in old age is often the body's quiet cry for peace. It's not always about shampoo or laundry detergent. It's about what remains unsaid, unprocessed, and unshared. When we address the root cause, emotional disconnection, mental overstimulation, and spiritual unrest, we discover that healing is not only possible, it's already within reach. A moment of silence, a breath, a connection. That's where healing begins. Part 4, torso itch, nutritional deficiency. In the Buddhist tradition, the torso is often seen as the core of physical vitality and spiritual balance. Just as the spine connects our upper and lower body, the torso represents the center of strength, breath, and stability. When something goes wrong here, like unexplained itchiness across the chest, back, or abdomen, it can be more than just a skin irritation. It may be a silent cry from within, indicating that the body is not receiving the essential nutrients it needs to maintain balance and energy. Itching in the torso, especially persistent or unexplained itching, can be a hidden sign of nutritional deficiency, even in people who appear to have a normal or even overweight body type. 4 key nutrients often linked to skin irritation, especially in aging adults, include vitamin B12, essential for nerve health and red blood cell formation. A deficiency can lead to nerve-related itching, often without a rash. Magnesium, crucial for over 300 enzyme processes, including those related to the nervous system and skin hydration. Zinc supports skin regeneration and immune function. Zinc deficiency can cause dry, irritated, or itchy patches. Essential fatty acids, like omega-3s, these help maintain the skin's lipid barrier. Deficiency often results in scaly, itchy skin, especially on the torso and limbs. These deficiencies can go undetected for years in older adults, masked by processed foods, poor absorption, and stress-related eating habits. In Buddhist thought, the torso houses the lungs and heart, the breath and blood, the essential rhythms of life. When we breathe mindfully, the expansion of the torso reminds us of impermanence and the sacredness of each moment. A torso itch, then, is not just a physical inconvenience. It's a sign that the inner temple, our body, is calling for attention and nourishment. When we ignore these signals, we distance ourselves from mindfulness of the body, one of the core foundations of Buddhist practice. And just as we learn to listen to the breath in meditation, we must learn to listen to the body's symptoms with compassion and curiosity. Many older adults suffer from invisible malnutrition. They may eat regularly, even appear well-fed, but their diets lack the nutrients needed for cellular repair, skin hydration, and nerve function. Over time, this internal depletion reveals itself through symptoms like torso itching without rash, fatigue and poor concentration, thinning skin and brittle nails, increased sensitivity to temperature. And yet, because these individuals are not underweight, their nutrient needs are often overlooked, even by doctors. This is why mindful nutrition is so important as we age. To restore balance to the torso and the whole body, consider these simple yet powerful changes. 1. Embrace simple, nutrient-dense foods. Eggs, sardines, and salmon, rich in B12 and omega-3s. Pumpkin seeds, spinach, and dark chocolate for magnesium. Lentils, chickpeas, and nuts for zinc and fiber. These don't need to be fancy or expensive, just real whole foods that are minimally processed. 2. Consider multivitamin supplementation. As absorption decreases with age, even a healthy diet may fall short. A well-balanced multivitamin, preferably one tailored to seniors, can fill the gaps. Always consult a healthcare provider before starting supplements. 3. Encourage mindful eating. Rushed, distracted meals lead to poor digestion and nutrient loss. Try these practices. Eat slowly, chew thoroughly. Avoid eating in front of screens. Take a deep breath before your first bite. This cultivates awareness and enhances digestion. 4. Practice eating with gratitude. In Buddhist temples, monks begin each meal with a reflection. This food is a gift of the earth, the sky, and countless beings. You too can bring this mindfulness home. Before each meal, pause and silently thank the ingredients, the growers, the cook, even yourself. This simple habit transforms food into medicine for body and soul. Torso itch may seem like a minor nuisance, but in the language of the body, it can be a sacred whisper of imbalance. When we listen, truly listen, we are not just healing an itch, we are returning to the Buddhist path of caring for this temporary but miraculous vessel. Let your food be love. Let your meals be sacred. Let your body, even in its discomfort, be your teacher. The four itchy spots, legs, back, scalp, and torso, are not just physical irritations, they're whispers from the body, early signals that something deeper may need attention. Left unheard, these whispers can grow into cries for help. But with awareness and compassion, we can respond before suffering takes root. Buddhism teaches us that suffering is not the enemy, it's a teacher. Each itch, each discomfort can be a gentle invitation to listen more closely, to sit in stillness, to respond with care. Consider the story of two individuals. One man ignored his body's signals, brushing off symptoms until it was too late. In contrast, a woman chose to listen. She made small shifts, hydration, rest, mindfulness, and over time she transformed her health and her relationship with her body. So, begin where you are. Start with just one small change. Speak gently to your body. Treat it like the sacred vessel it is. Stay curious. Stay aware. The path of healing is also the path of awakening. If this video helped you reflect or take action, please like, share, and comment below with your biggest insight. Subscribe to Buddhist Mindfulness and tap the bell icon. Your journey toward clarity and peace continues here.